Hey guys, once again, Tim with timscomputerfix.net. Today, another case review. How about that? This is the Phanteks Eclipse P600S. I've reviewed several Phanteks cases, and I must say, I really do like their design. This is a little bit more of a higher end design. This is $150 here in the US at the time of this video. So I'm just going to kind of take you through, show you a few of the features and give you at a glance look at this case. And we're also going to throw in some components at the end of this video. I'll give you my final opinion at the end of the video on when we're done. So this is a really clean looking case. Got the tempered glass here. I haven't removed the plastic yet there. We'll be doing that as we go. But of course it's got a full panel smoked glass. In the front here, nice clean look also. I really do like that. The only thing that kind of throws me off a little bit is this almost looks like a 5 1/4 inch bay, but it's not. It's a little lever you can flip up. It's a latch you can flip up, and you have two USB 3.0s and a Type-C USB 3.0 reset button and your front panel audio there. Power button is here up top. While we're looking at this front panel, I would like to point out these side vents are for your ventilation here. So that's for really good ventilation. There's more on the other side. And we can also pull off this front panel here, which is magnetized, by the way, which makes it easy to pull off and just a simple solution. And here we notice some nice sound dampening felt here on the front panel that is removable. And then we got a mesh. This is more of a fabric type mesh, not plastic that you see on a lot of cases. So this just adds a little bit more luxury for airflow, I guess you could say. This given to us by Phanteks with this particular case. So we'll just put that back on here. Yeah, nice and easy. Magnetized, close that. Not bad looking, sleek. Again, this case is not designed for heavy RGB users. So once again, I'm reviewing a case here that kind of goes against the grain as far as people that love the RGB. Not to say that you can't use RGB fans on this computer, but we'll get to that in a few also. While we're looking at it on this side, as you've noticed the top here, nice clean look, but there is a panel here that pops off, and that is also magnetized. We'll pull that off. Once again, we have this sound dampening material on this top panel. Put that over here. Okay, let's look again at this glass panel here. This is nice because it just pops open like this. It's on hinges. Opens up. It goes all the way open. And this gives you the nice display here of the inside of this case. So in true Phanteks style, they give you a nice large power supply shroud here. This is all metal on the inside, except for these plastic cable covers. There's also two 120mm fans, intake fans, provided by Phanteks on the front of the case. There's also one large 140mm fan provided by Phanteks for exhaust on the back of the case. This motherboard supports full eATX all the way down to mini ATX motherboards. There's a nice large cutout here for your back plate of your processor in case you need to swap CPUs or provide back plates for your motherboard for easy access. Comes with some of these standoffs pre-installed. They're of course removable and you can move them wherever you like. Got a nice door here where you can run your video card cables or any other cables that you wish. Nice slots here to run your front panel stuff and a few other things. And then of course up top we have areas where your CPU power can sneak through, and to keep everything nice and clean. This front panel door is removable. All we have to do is lift up on it. You can see the hinge there. We'll lift up on that, and that whole glass panel will come off. As a matter of fact, let's do that now. So as we come around to the back side of the case, we have a nice clean black look. You have slots here for a vertical mounted power supply if you so wish. And there's also brackets and stuff that you can purchase if you want to run a dual systems in this case. So removable power supply bracket here, which is quite common on a lot of cases, but I do like that. And you also have the option of sliding your fans up or down for your preferred airflow or for space and functionality. Let's turn this around to the back side, and this is one thing that interests me here with this particular case. We have a solid metal side door that hides all of your cable management and stuff like that. Give you a little felt pull tab here, which is kind of interesting, different. But what I love about it is, if you open it, it's also hinged, and I like that. There's our sound dampening material once again, and this is also removable. But as you can see, Phanteks, once again, they're good for this. Gives you plenty of ways to run your cable management. Gives you slots and Velcro to run your cables. And they even have some of your wire management started for you. Here you have your USB 3 connector, your front panel header connectors. Right here is your USB Type-C connector. And then, as usual with Phanteks, which I love, they have a built-in fan hub here. So regardless if you have 3-pronged or 4-pronged, that means PWM or not PWM, you can connect any of those up to this hub, then connect this white connector here to your motherboard. And we'll also connect this to 12 volt for power to the fans. And you will have full control, the motherboard will have full control over all fans, whether they're PWM or not. That's a really great feature that's included. That's why it's part of a $150 price tag. As you can see here, there's places for 2.5-inch drives here, SSDs. And you can also see down here, this is wide open space. This is right here is where your power supply is going to go. Yeah, so there are 4 Phanteks stackable drive cages that you can put in here that's included with the case itself. You can have up to 6 stackable hard drive brackets. You have to order those separately. Let's just look here at the front just to see how easy it is to remove this whole front panel. It's just a nice little tug there, and it comes right off. And this is your filter here. This is another backside filter behind the original mesh filter that we spoke of, and this can be removed and cleaned with no issues. Stick this up in there. That's also magnetized. That's a good thing there. That's a good little feature Phanteks gives us there. Real easy for real easy for dust maintenance. This just snaps on back on like this. Boom. Just that easy. I wish they were all like that. Let's also take a quick look at this other side of this case, because I want to make note, since we're talking about filters. There is a bottom filter here for your power supply. That's easily removable. You can clean that. All right, let's talk a little bit about water cooling. And with the water cooling, Phanteks is really good at helping with installing, making it easy to install water cool radiators. So there are 2 screws here on the top back that you loosen, and you just pull back on this top lid, and that comes right off like that. And this is the typical bracket that holds your radiator and fans on there. You can remove these thumb screws. This bracket comes out and then can be mounted with your fans or your radiator or both, whichever way you want to do it. This case at the top supports 120 millimeter or up to 360 millimeter rad. And if you're doing it at a 140 form factor, it supports up to a 280 millimeter rad. In the front, well, this guy supports up to a 360 millimeter rad also. If you're doing 140 form factor, this front panel supports up to a 420 millimeter rad. If you notice here, there's a little cutout, and that's in case if you want to install a fill port for your water-cooled system. Also, if you notice in the front, it's right here where my finger is. That is a drain port, so fully customizable for your water-cooled system in this case. So this case, in typical Phanteks fashion, is pretty well put together. Everything is solid metal all the way around, except for these wire cover panels here, and we'll get to that in a minute. These can be removed, and you could also put 2.5-inch hard drive stackable racks here in the front also. So that's all pretty cool. I'll tell you what, now that we're at this point, let's go ahead and see what this looks like with some components installed in it. This case has been around for a number of years. There's been many reviews on it. I've never used this particular model, so I decided to try this one. I figured I'd throw up a quick video just to show you guys. Let's get some components into this case. Once again, Phanteks comes out with a really nice instruction manual explaining how all your components can be installed and showing all of the features that are provided with this case. Nice detailed little book there. And then here it comes with the accessory box, what they've gone out of their way to make quite presentable. Open it up this way. And you can see there's individually wrapped drive cages here. Like I say, this comes with 4 of these stackable drive bays, and they are solid metal. So we're going to just be using one of these. In my particular instance, I'll probably put a double rack in there in case he wants to add anything in the future, and just give him the rest of these for future use. Okay, coming out of this box here too is this is a bracket in case you want to go. This is a anti-sag, anti-video card sag bracket. It could be installed to keep your video card from sagging. That's also included. That's pretty nice too. And then of course you have your accessory box here that has all your screws that you need to install your components. All right, let's get started on this. Okay, we have an MSI MPG Z490 Gaming Edge Wi-Fi motherboard that I just popped in here. And oh boy, does it look sexy in there, doesn't it? With that black Be Quiet cooler, the black case, black motherboard. It just looks awesome. Full ATX. Plenty of room at the top. Bring my cables up here, no problem. Love it. That's why these, higher price builds matter. From the back, looks wonderful. Yeah, let's keep going here. Looking really good. Bracket to my power supply is installed first. Power supply installed with my necessary cables. Okay, let's take a look at what we have so far. I've gotten my power cables for my CPU installed here nicely. Plenty of room to feed those up through the top. Looking good. 24 pin connected, fed properly. front panel USB Type-C, looking good there. Front panel USB 3, looking good there. That's all the way in. So I've gone ahead and I've fed my VGA cables up through this slot here, through the power supply shroud. And I've also gotten the front panel connectors taken care of, plugged in. And I've got my front panel audio plugged in. That's before I put in this big video card, because I'm going to have less room to work with down here. Now I am ready for that video card. Let's install that now. Ah, yes. The 2080 Ti fits in here with plenty of room. Looks good. Okay, as you can see how this hard drive mounts into this caddy. It just slides right in, and we got 2 screws that secure the drive into place. So if you look back here on the case at the bottom, there are these slots, and that is where we're going to be sliding this cage into, along with these notches here, and this here will lock it into place. Yeah, move it around until it kind of drops in, and then you just kind of push it. There we go. That's locked in nice and tight. All right, this is what I got so far. This is without cable or wire management or anything. This has an i7-10700K on that motherboard, by the way. And I did add a Intel Optane drive there. And this is, again, without any wire management. Everything is plugged in, good to go. Oh, wait, nope, it's not. I got to get the fan header plugged in. Okay, now I have everything ready to go. I had to get my system fan, the fan hub plugged in right around there. Got that done. I have an M.2 terabyte NVMe drive in there. Everything else is plugged in, ready to go. I'll give you a quick look around the back, and this is just going to be when I fire it up to test everything before I do my final wire management. So as you can see, that's what just basically what I have, and I have some tidying up to do here, but not too bad. Not too bad. Once I tidy these up, get that door on, it'll look great. Just want to give you a shot of what it looks like when you have components put in it. So there you go. So I'm going to fire this up, and we're going to test it, and then we're going to button everything up, and I'll show you the final results. Okay, we have liftoff on this build. Very nice. Everything's coming up, posting just fine. All the drives are seen, fans are seen in the BIOS. So we're going to go ahead and just button this up and give you a final look of what it looks like when it's done. So here it is, the final build, how this looks. The Phanteks Eclipse P600S Case. Looking good. Just doing some burn-in stuff here. Temperatures are nice and cool. 70°C. Looks decent. Hard to tell with this glass, but let's open it up. Looking good. Really quiet. I mean, this is pushing this processor at 100% at the moment. 70°C is the highest that processor's getting. Looking good, man. Cable management really well. Nice, clean looking build. Everything fits nicely into this case. I love it. Good case. I would recommend it. It's got a nice LED light there at the top where the button is. I like it. And everything else in the back looks clean. Yep, good build. Hey everybody, hope this helps somebody out. Tim at timscomputerfix.net. Have a great YouTube day. Hey, if you enjoyed this video, why don't you head right down below here, hit that like button, subscribe to my channel. That would be really awesome. I have much more computer repair videos coming your way. There's also a bell you can click for to get notifications for my videos. I really appreciate everybody's support. And as usual, everyone, until next time, see you soon.